Was there a point where you did feel comfortable in the race today? No.
There wasn't 1 second, no.
So how hard is it then? What are you dealing with in the car, and how much work is
I don't
there
well.
to do?
Clearly, the car is capable of being P3, so Charles did a great job today. So I can't blame him on the car.
You don't have any idea why it's just not happening for you?
No.
All right, thank you.
5 races into what was supposed to be a fairy tale move to Ferrari, and Lewis Hamilton's situation has gone from concerning to downright alarming. The Saudi Arabian Grand Prix has exposed just how dire things have become for the 7-time world champion, leaving fans and pundits alike asking, what exactly is going wrong? Let's break down just how bad the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix was for Hamilton. He qualified a disappointing 7th, 6/10 slower than teammate Charles Leclerc. That gap is absolutely enormous in Formula One terms. The race itself, even worse. Hamilton crossed the line in 7th place, exactly where he started, but a staggering 30.969 seconds behind Leclerc. Hamilton's own assessment of his performance was brutally honest. It was disastrous today in terms of pace, he told DAS in Spain. I had no pace at all, as you could see. I had issues with the car. I was expecting a better day. When asked if there was even a single moment during the race where he felt comfortable in the car, Hamilton's response was telling.
Was there a point where you did feel comfortable in the race today? No.
There wasn't 1 second, no.
This wasn't just a bad day at the office. This was a complete disconnect between driver and machine. And, perhaps most concerning, was his post-race interview with Sky Sports, which lasted a mere 32 seconds before Hamilton simply cut it short. The psychological impact of Hamilton's struggles is becoming increasingly evident. After qualifying in Jeddah, he quipped that he needed a brain transplant to understand the SF-25. His frustration is palpable, and his words reflect a driver who's rapidly losing confidence. I've just got to keep on taking a deep breath, Hamilton said. I know that the fans aren't happy. I'm sure the team are not happy. I know the bosses are not happy, and I'm not happy with my results. The situation has become so concerning that Hamilton has revealed he's canceling personal plans to work at Ferrari's factory. He said, I don't have a week off after this race. I've got a work week. After today, I'll have to cancel some plans. This is a stark contrast to the jubilation we saw in China, where Hamilton secured pole position and victory in the sprint race. That brief moment of triumph now feels like a distant memory, or worse, a cruel aberration that gave false hope. So what exactly is Hamilton struggling with from a technical perspective? The specifics are numerous and troubling. I was just sliding around, Hamilton explained. First stint, massive understeer, car not turning, and then massive tire degradation, and in the second stint, slightly better balance but still just no pace. Pretty bad. He also mentioned struggling to feel the car beneath me, a fundamental problem for any racing driver. Without that intuitive connection to the car, finding the limit becomes virtually impossible. What's particularly baffling is that Hamilton admits the data comparison with Leclerc doesn't show dramatic differences. Hamilton said, honestly, it doesn't look massively different in the data. I just go slower through the corners. The two drivers reportedly have slightly different setups, but Hamilton seems unsure if that's the root cause. We do have slightly different setups. I have to look and see whether that setup is the way the car likes to be. He and his side are definitely obviously doing a better job. Perhaps the most alarming aspect of Hamilton's current predicament is his bleak outlook for the remainder of the season. At the moment, there's no fix, Hamilton stated plainly. This is how it's going to be for the rest of the year. It's just going to be painful. He's even written off the upcoming Miami Grand Prix. I think I'll struggle also in Miami. I don't know how much longer I'll struggle for, but it's definitely painful. These are not the words of a champion who sees light at the end of the tunnel. They're the resigned statements of someone who fears they're trapped in a nightmare with no escape until the season ends. The championship standings tell their own story. Hamilton currently sits 7th with just 33 points, compared to Leclerc's 50 points in 5th and championship leader Oscar Piastri's 99 points. From a 7-time world champion who once dominated the sport, this is a staggering fall from grace. Looking deeper at potential causes, one significant factor may be Hamilton's struggle with the current ground effect era of Formula One cars. Hamilton himself described these cars as the worst when asked about them. Ground effect fundamentally changes how F1 cars handle in corners. As the car slows down for a corner, the ground effect's downforce is reduced, causing the grip to shift from the rear of the car to the front. This results in understeer and stability issues mid-corner, precisely what Hamilton has been complaining about. Hamilton developed his driving style in a different era of F1. He's known for late braking and making precise steering adjustments throughout corners. The ground effect makes this approach significantly more difficult as the car's behavior changes unpredictably through the corner. It's not just a Ferrari problem. Hamilton struggled with these characteristics at Mercedes too, but the hope was that Ferrari's supposedly more benign handling would suit him better. So far, that hope has not materialized. In qualifying, it's me extracting performance. In the race, I tried everything, and the car just didn't want to go quicker, Hamilton explained, highlighting the disconnect between his inputs and the car's response. Despite the dire situation, Ferrari team principal Fred Vasseur is standing firmly behind his star signing. "I will be 2,000% behind him," Vasseur declared. "I will give him support and we will start from tomorrow morning to try to find solutions and reasons and to work on it early in the morning." Vasseur pushed back strongly against suggestions that Hamilton's form has declined dramatically. "It's not dramatically. We did 5 races so far. I know that you want to have the big headlines tomorrow that Fred said this. But this is fucking bullshit. At the end of the day, we are in competition. You have ups and downs." The Ferrari boss also made an interesting comparison to Max Verstappen's fluctuating results. "I'm not sure that you draw the same conclusion with Max Verstappen last week when he was 7th in Bahrain. It is like it is. The competition is tight." Vasseur even sees Hamilton's disappointment as a positive sign. "I take it as positive that Lewis is down, because if he was happy with this, it wouldn't be normal. He's a racer, he's a competitor. He wants to get the best from what he has, and for sure, he's disappointed." It's worth noting that Ferrari as a whole is underperforming relative to expectations. After narrowly missing out on the Constructors' Championship last year, the team was hoping to compete for titles in 2025. Leclerc has identified qualifying as a key weakness. He said, "We're lacking performance overall because we're struggling a lot in qualifying. That's where we need to focus more now." Ferrari has been actively developing the car, introducing a revised floor in Bahrain and a new rear wing arrangement in Saudi Arabia. A more substantial upgrade package is expected for the Miami Grand Prix. But as Leclerc points out, the issues are complex and inconsistent. Charles said, "The problem is it's not always the same issue. This time it was 4/10 in the first 3 corners. For the rest of the lap, we were fast. And now today in the race, actually, the first sector was probably the best sector we had."